Hi, I'm Brian with Guardian Bikes, and this is how you assemble your brand new Guardian Ethos 16-inch bike. So first thing you want to do, rip open this box. You've got the toolkit. You can take out the bike just like this. So as you can see, this bike is already pretty much assembled. The first thing you want to notice is that this fork is backwards. So you're going to spin this here so that this cable is just coming right into the frame from the brake like that. You can take off this little bit of protective packaging. So if you open up this toolbox, you'll find an owner's manual and a bag of tools. This is a pedal wrench for tightening your pedals. And then you have 3 Allen keys. A little mini one for adjusting brake lever, a 5mm Allen key, and a 6mm Allen key. The 6mm Allen key is what you'll use to put on your handlebar. The next thing we're going to do is attach the handlebars. Make sure the stem is straight. This handlebar goes right in that groove. Before we worry about angle or placement of the handlebar, the first thing is we just want to get this stem plate started. So one thing to notice is that your washer should be on the inside of your bolt on either side. And you just want to get these bolts kind of placed in the hole. Just get this started. So once that gets started to thread in there, now do the second one. Make sure that's in the hole. Start threading that second one in there too. So once you've got this thing on, that's a little bit easier to deal with. You can straighten out the handlebar. Start tightening this a little bit more. One thing you'll notice here is these little grid lines. They can indicate with your eye how to get this right in the middle. You don't want it too far to the right, too far to the left. You just want those grid lines sticking out evenly on either side of the stem plate. The other thing you want to do is make sure that the angle of this is appropriate for your child. If they want the handlebar a little bit closer to them, a little bit farther away, you've got a lot of adjustability with where you put this angle. You just want to make sure that the brake lever is easy to reach and that the handlebar is comfortable for them to reach as well. Once you've got an angle that you're comfortable with, now you can start tightening these down. But you don't want to tighten them down all the way. You want to just go back and forth, a few turns on the bottom, a few turns on the top, and you make sure that the gaps on the top and the bottom are tightening evenly. You don't want this gap to shut all the way and this gap to be open, or vice versa. And so you just keep going back and forth and tightening evenly, making sure that those gaps are closing evenly. Once it starts getting snug, you can do the last tightening turns. You're getting each of these a little bit more snug every time. It's tight. So handlebar is on. Next thing you do is install your pedals. So we're going to start with the right pedal. There should be a sticker. If there's not a sticker, you can also look on the end of the pedal where there's an R there. So make sure that the right side pedal, which is marked with an R, is on the right side of the crank. You're going to line this up perfectly straight with that thread, and this one you're going to turn, it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey on the right side. So start turning that with your hand to the right, and you should be able to start threading it in. Just going to hand tighten that down as much as you can. Once that's snug with your hand, you're going to take the pedal tool that came with the bike, the side that says 15, and you're going to give that a nice tight snug. And the right side is done. Now you locate the left pedal, which should be marked with an L. Also, there's an L on the end of the pedal there. And you can see this direction is pointed in the opposite direction. So this is actually lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. It's the opposite of every normal thread. And that's on purpose so that this doesn't come loose as the child is riding. But it's a little bit tricky because you're lining it up and you're spinning this actually to the left. And the left is what's tightening it. So you can get that hand tightened in as much as you can. And once it's snug with your hand, you're going to take the pedal tool, take the side that says 15, and you're going to give this a nice snug turn so it's nice and tight. Now your pedals are ready to go. To adjust the seat for your child, you open this clasp. The seat can move up and down. And to find the perfect height, you want to have them try the bike and sit on it and get it to a point where they're either flat-footed or they're about 1 inch to 1.5 inches on their tippy toes. 1 inch to 1.5 inches on their tippy toes is ideal for riding, but as they're getting started, if they're a little bit uncomfortable, flat-footed is a good place to start. So once you've found that height, you can lock in the perfect height, and now you're ready to ride.